Well, folks, it's Dave here from the iReady podcast, and unfortunately, I'm going to have to bring you my post-match reaction to what I can only describe as an absolute shocker for the team today. Unfortunately, it was a 4-0 defeat away against Celtic at Celtic Park. And guys, I'm just totally shocked. I'm totally disappointed, as the vast majority of you are. I'm not going to be delving too much into this. Derek and I will do a full match reaction when we record the main pod tomorrow, but what can I say? Spineless, gutless, lethargic, lackadaisical, just some of the words that you can use. John McLaughlin, a day to forget for him. He had an absolute howler at the end. I don't think he done particularly well with a couple of the other goals either. But the whole Rangers team just really weren't at the races at all. Celtic went for it straight away. They were first to have every single ball, and we weren't. It was as poor a performance as you will see. Makes it even worse the fact that it's against them away from home. I was hoping that we would turn out a European-style performance today, but we didn't get it. Going just quickly into the game, guys, with the Rangers starting lineup for today was McLaughlin in goals with a back four of Tavernier, Barisic, Goldson and Sands. We went with three sitting midfielders, Davis, Lundstram and Kamara, with Kent, Tillman and Cholak up front. On the bench, McGregor, Ridvan, Devine, Jack, Arfield, Wright, Fashion Sakala and Alfredo Morelos. And as I said, just to start off, Celtic scored very early on the 9th minute. Again, just a calamity. Ryan Kent, on the right hand side of his own sort of defence, picks the ball up. I thought he was just going to blast it clear. Instead of getting the ball downfield, he ends up getting tackled. The ball goes out for a throw-in. Celtic take the throw-in really quickly. We completely fall asleep. The cross was put in, and there was a shot from Abada, a low shot. McLaughlin gets a hand to it, but not enough to stop it crawling over the line, and that was the 9th minute. So already an uphill task for us. And then the first sort of real half decent chance was from Barisic, who I actually thought had quite a decent game, maybe the only Rangers player to get pass marks. He put in a fantastic ball from the left hand side into Cholak. Really, with a guy as on form as Cholak is, as good as he is in the air, he really should have done better with that, but the ball hit the top of his head and went out. But Rangers coming back into the game a wee bit. 28th minute, good build-up play. Tillman to Tavernier to Lundstram. He has a shot, but over the bar. So just as we thought we're getting back into it, Celtic go and score the second goal. And again, we just switched off. It was avoidable. Only if we'd have been a bit more aware, but Celtic get the free kick, take it quickly. The ball gets played through to Jota, who runs in and at a tight angle. McLaughlin slides out and he dinks it over McLaughlin into the goal. It was a great finish by him, but again, lackadaisical with the Rangers defence here. We just completely switched off. So poor, so disappointing. 2-0 down, and at that stage we thought we weren't really doing anything. I don't really think we had made Hart pull off any type of save whatsoever, and it was just as poor as you get. And then only 8 minutes later, the worst happened and Celtic got a third. A low cross in for the left wing wasn't cleared again by our defence, just seemed to stand off. It takes a wee ricochet and nobody stands up, and it just falls straight to the Celtic player right in front of McLaughlin. He shoots and right through the legs of McLaughlin again. Really poor defending. McLaughlin again, I think could have done better. Maybe I'm just saying that because I'm disappointed and I need to look back at it. But it's just a shambles, guys. And that was 3-0 at half time. Exactly like it was last year. The difference last year in the second half, we brought on Jack and Lundstram, if you can remember, who completely, dominated the midfield in the second half. But the bench that we had, he had to make a change. He brought on Wright for Kamara just to give us, some sort of attacking option on the right hand side, which we'd done nothing whatsoever in the first half. And then for the first 20 minutes of the second half, nothing really happening in the game. Celtic were quite happy to pass the ball about. We were quite happy just trying to keep it tight at the back, not concede any other goals, but really not creating anything. 59th minute, a double sub for Rangers. Morelos and Arfield on for Cholak and Tillman, who, Cholak, he's been banging for him. Rangers in midfield and out in the wings just weren't good enough. Like I said, Barisic had put in some decent balls, which he might have done better, but apart from that, no real service. And as I say, for that sort of first 20 minutes, very cagey, no real passage in play. Celtic were still first to almost every ball, though, unfortunately. And then on the 69th minute, a first sort of half chance for Alfredo. He finds space in the box, hits a shot, low across Joe Hart's goal, but out. And then 78th minute, all I have got written down here is, what the fuck? An absolute disaster by John McLaughlin. A disaster. We can't sugarcoat it here, guys. It's Rangers by kick, it was a free kick to Rangers inside our box. The ball gets played back to McLaughlin. There is no pressure on him whatsoever. And out of nowhere, he just passes it straight to Turnbull, who just runs in and thunders the ball past him. It is an absolute clusterfuck there from McLaughlin. Like I say, I'm sorry, I'm not mincing my words here, guys. It was a disaster for him. He had a poor day, I've got to say, and I do like McLaughlin. I think he's a good goalkeeper, but today was an absolute nightmare for him. So that was it, 4-0, completely demoralising result for us after an incredible result last week in Europe, getting to the Champions League. We're on a high, but we now find ourselves 5 points adrift of Celtic already in the league. Now, guys, can't take anything away from them. I'm not going to highlight them, but they have been playing well. They have been getting the results. And going back, I know that Derek thinks differently to me. I think that this shows that we really should have went out and brought in some more options in the transfer window. I was disappointed that we didn't. I know that thousands of other Bears were the same. I think this shows it here. I think in defence, and especially defensive midfield, we are, it seems to, I can't put my finger on it, just so lethargic today. It was unbelievable. I don't know what it was. Even the likes of John Lundstrom, who has been phenomenal for us, seemed off the pace, which is quite incredible for the type of player that he is. He plays on the edge. He's usually first every ball, but you could even see it with him today. I don't know if he was maybe carrying a slight injury. I don't know. The only pass mark for me, like I said, Borna Barisic. He looked to be the only one that could actually get a decent ball into the box. We did nothing on the right-hand side. Even when Wright came on, we were getting some flashes down the right-hand side, but every ball in from either him or Tav just wasn't clearing the first defender, which is not good enough. Anyway, guys, I'm going to leave it there. It's been a disappointing day. Like I said, we have a huge game coming up midweek in the Champions League. We've got to remember that we are in the Champions League. We need to brush this off. We need to hope that we get some players back from injury soon as well to bolster the squad. We have to take this one on the chin. It was a disaster. I just hope that Gio can get things sorted out and get it sorted out soon. So I'm going to leave it there, guys. Try and enjoy the rest of your day. I know it's going to be difficult. Derek and I will be recording the main pod tomorrow. We've got a few games to cover, last four games in total, so it's going to be a long one, but looking forward to that one. And just keep your heads up, Bears. Take care. Bye bye.